Alright guys, we found a pretty good deal on a pretty cool car. And right now, we're going to pick up Corey's trailer because it happens to be near his house.
Every time.
Every time I buy a car, it's using Corey's trailer. It was actually one of my friend's mom's car that she drove in high school, which is pretty cool. It's been sitting for like 30 years. I don't know much about it. I have seen it, but I've agreed to buy it, so we're on the way to snatch it up. We're pulling up to where the car is right now. Got the trailer, got the dog.
Got the dog.
I'm excited for you guys to see this thing. So this is it. A 1968 Mustang. She's been sitting here for a long time. I believe it's got 289 automatic, probably a C4 if I had to guess, and it's rough, but it's savable. So we're trying to air up all the tires, get this thing ready to winch up on the trailer, and get it back home and see what I've just gotten myself into. I've always wanted one of these older Mustangs. Finally found one. I was told the interior typically has snakes in it, so I'm gonna keep my distance on this one. Door panels are missing, unfortunately, but the seats are there, the headliner's there, most of it's there. I mean, look at the seats. I'm sure they're very hard and brittle, but with some leather care, I think those are going to come back pretty nice. Once we get out of this dark little shelter, we'll see a little bit more in the light, see what we're working with here.
Okay.
She's on one jack stand. Gotta get her off.
After the car just doesn't fold in half.
Man. Get back in the truck and leave.
You haven't paid nobody yet, have you?
Nope.
Oh, dang, she's solid. Dang, it's picking that back tire up too. This thing must have some gosh dang chassis stiffeners. Jack stand is old as time. Thing's older than the hills.
This old crusty tire hold air. Tire actually held 30 psi right now. For how long? I don't know, but hopefully it gets on the trailer. So the front bumper is absolutely mangled into a wet noodle shape. And there's one bolt left holding it on, so try to get it off somehow, because that's going to be a problem when we get there.
Spider right there.
Oh my gosh. That guy right there almost got me. Anyways, there's the old 289 in all her glory. I just can't escape the 289s, I guess. The fenders are extremely loose, so I want to make sure that they're somewhat attached to the car before I go take off down the road. Got a project, guys. Got the winch hooked up. This thing is scary inside. I really hope I don't get bit by a snake. Brake pedal locked solid. Okay, shifter moves. Steering wheel moves. Hold on. It's pulling all the vines out of the trunk, I think. There's stuff growing through the trunk. Oh, that one's right in the trim. Okay, we're good. Really, this trim's probably $1 bazillion. This thing was pretty sunk in the dirt. The little center block is sitting on there, kind of saving it, but she's coming on out.
She's rolling now.
It broke free?
Yeah, the ramp must have broke her loose.
Our back passenger tire was froze up, but it just broke free, so that saves me a lot of headache when I get home. Look at this beaut. Here she is out in the light. covered in sawdust and moss and all sorts of stuff. Got some serious work to do on this rig.
Sir, yes, sir.
Door's shut nicely. I'll be taking this briar home with me. Kinda grew through the bumper. This is it, guys. I'm excited. This thing's sick. Not ideal, but she made it home. Huge shout out to my friend Corey for letting me use and abuse this trailer. I could not have picked this car up without his help, so thanks, man. So we finally got the Mustang home. I've had the hood open and the doors open for a little bit, trying to air this thing out because it doesn't smell very good in there. Also, there's a snake living in the car. Dang. You're gonna have to get out of there, bud. I got work to do. I'm gonna start with carefully removing all the stuff from the inside, lay it out on the trailer, and kind of see what we're working with and what came with it. And try not to get bit by a snake in the process. So, we're gonna start there. Got ashtray. Some plug wires that look pretty rough. Good thing about the car having a snake living in it is there's probably no mouse damage, which might have saved a lot of headache. So, thanks, little guy. That's what I found in the car. Some trash, ashtray door, 4 beauty rings, 4 center caps. This one's missing the GT, which kind of sucks, but at least we have that. Piece of trim. Those are the little pieces of trim for the back. I'm not sure where that one goes. Looks like the rocker. But the interior, I mean, it looks rough, but honestly, I think it won't take much to kind of bring this back. I mean, I think it's going to clean up pretty good. It's definitely going to need carpet and some floor pan patching at least, but I mean, look at the rear seats. They're filthy, but they're not tore up. These actually look pretty good. Just got to find some door cards and a dash pad. I think a good cleaning, a new carpet, and this thing will be not too bad on the inside, honestly. We're about to get to the part we've all been waiting for. Pressure wash. It's gonna be satisfying. How she looks after a good pressure washing. Unveiled some rust and other stuff, but overall not as bad as I thought it was gonna look. Paint's definitely cooked. Looks good right now because it's wet. When it dries, it's probably gonna look pretty rough. I didn't come with the grill, and the bumper's all mangled up, so I don't have that, or the bottom valence, I'm just realizing. Really banking on some parts being in the trunk because I don't have keys to this car and I can't get in the trunk. So if the grill's in there, that's gonna be, I'm gonna be fired up. But it cleaned up not too bad. Let her dry off, see how she looks, and after that, we gotta dive into this engine. we gotta see if it runs. I got a pretty good feeling about this one. Next step is to hear this 289 purr. Just took the drill bit to the trunk lock. Let's see what we got in here. That's exactly what I was hoping was in here. Oh yeah, I got 2 grills in here.
Part of the front of it too.
I think that's part of the valence. Extra headlight bucket. That's huge. 3 valve covers, a lot more trim. Yeah, exactly what I was hoping to find in here. That's great. And the trunk is in impressively good shape. I can't believe it. All right, it's day 2 with the Mustang. We got to figure out, will this thing run? I haven't really done anything under the engine bay, but I have noticed we've got a jar of gas, which that could be a good sign. It means somebody has tried to make it run or got it to run since 93, which is the last time this thing was on the road, 30 years ago. Got a coil laying down in here and a condenser. Hopefully what's on it is good, but we'll see. I've not evicted the snake yet, so if we get it running, that'll probably entice him to get on out. Let's see how old this gas smells. That could be a good tell of what we're working with. Okay. It's old. It smells pretty bad. Not 30 years old, but I definitely ain't from any time recently. Got the 2-barrel covered in spider webs. Not like too bad down in there. What we got on the dipstick? Oh, that looks pretty good. And then what we got on the transmission here? It's not running, but it's pretty over full. And it smells cooked. So we might have round 2 of a bad transmission, but I've seen some transmissions that still work and smell like that. So we'll see what happens. See if this thing will budge with the fan. Oh yeah. Motor is free and it feels pretty good. Yeah, if that makes a full revolution and feels as good as that does, then I'm not even gonna bother pulling the plugs or nothing. I'm just gonna see if it pops off or not. Yeah, the engine feels great. Take a look at our points. Cap looks pretty clean. Looks like it's got a new rotor on it. Points are definitely gonna need some filing. Condenser does not look like it's in the right spot. Looks like it's kind of slipped out of there, but we're just gonna leave that be for now. Get the points filed and just pour some gas down the carb and see what happens. I got the points sanded down, throwing this rotor back on. Hopefully that's all we gotta do for some spark. Vacuum advance is disconnected. We'll worry about that later. See if we got any fluid in the radiator. The cap's busted. That ain't good. She's dry and she's crystallized in there. Not surprising, but it'll probably need a radiator. Not a huge deal. But I'm gonna pull the fuel line, the fuel feed off the carb. So if this thing does start up when I'm pouring gas down the carb, it doesn't pump a bunch of old fuel or whatever's in this line or happens to be in the tank into the carb and create more work for us. Gum up the carburetor. I got that line off. I'm just going to stick it in a water bottle. So if something does come up, we'll be able to see what it looks like. It's kind of tight in here. I guess we can check power steering fluid. Whoa. Not even a residue of power steering fluid. I might have to put something in there so we don't burn that pump up if it's not already burnt up. Got some German power steering fluid from the Mercedes. See if it works in the old Mustang. I don't have a funnel, so we're just gonna freehand it. Yep, none of that's going in. There we go. Whoops, whoops, whoops. Okay, about 50% of that went in. The rest of it's on the ground. Okay, now it's extremely overfilled, but assuming if it's empty, then it's probably leaking profusely somewhere, so that'll take care of itself. I didn't even mention the fact that this car still has all the factory air conditioning components. Compressor that actually spins. If we get AC going in this thing, that'd be absurd. But because of that, it's a little crowded over here. Big difference from the Galaxy, where you could literally just, you know, run laps around the engine, inside the engine bay. So much space, but I can't even see the fuel pump down there. So we'll just worry about that later. Now all I gotta do is jump power to the coil, dump some gas down the carb, and hit the starter. Throw this battery in here. No fire, no smoke, good. Okay, I guess first thing, I'm just gonna jump the solenoid and see if this thing cranks over. Oh. Oh yeah, she's cranking good. It sounds pretty good. Sounds like there's compression. It's got a little bit uneven, but that thing's cranking like it's a runner. The only thing I'm hesitant about is the shifter doesn't really feel like it's connected to anything. I'm just gonna really hope it is and hope that it's in park, so when it fires up, it doesn't run me over. So I guess let's just get straight to it. Today's choice fuel is 2-stroke. 1, because that's what I had, and 2, because it'll kind of help things not be so dry on its first startup, kind of help lube up everything. So let's just give it way too much and let's crank it. I hear something down here puffing some air out. Gonna make sure this plug isn't loose. It feels like it might be a little loose. I'm gonna make sure all the plugs are snug at least, since I hear a little air poofing out of somewhere, just so it doesn't shoot a plug out, destroy the threads, and be a nightmare. Oh yeah, it was pretty loose. Hopefully that was the noise I was hearing. So I'm gonna go around real quick and snug all these up, just so we don't create any problems. Kind of forgot I gotta hot wire the coil. Okay, here's our key for now. Let's just see what happens. If it's in drive and you guys get ran over, I'm sorry. Nothing yet. Let's give it some more of this. Oh, no way. No way. It just like started right up. No way. Oh, heck yeah. Let's try again. Guys, she runs. She freaking runs. No way. That's exciting. Let's do it again. I don't know what that noise was, but she's gonna run, guys. No way. Oh, that wire's getting really hot. But I don't care. It freaking runs. Oh, no way. We about to have us a Mustang, boys. It's a runner. If I can get to the fuel pump and get an external fuel source hooked up to it and see if that works, then we can kind of get it idling. Not feeling too good about the carb, because I can't even fill the bowls up because it's full of dirt daubers. So I might have to address that, but I don't care. It freaking runs and it sounds pretty good. That's awesome. So before I hook up some real fuel, I think I'm gonna pop this carb off and kind of go through it and at least clean the dirt daubers out of it, because there's no way we're gonna have any luck with carb full of dirt. I'm so excited. Good thing I'm doing this. The carb is barely bolted on. So it's not that bad. It looks pretty clean, but it's just like the vents are plugged up with dirt daubers. So I'm just gonna go at least pull the hat off of it and see if we can't get it cleaned up. This is an actual Motorcraft carb. Luckily it's not one of them Chinese ones, still got the tag on it. Gasket survived here too. Actually, it looks pretty good in here. There's just some junk, you know. Some poop in there. Just gonna try to push out these dirt daubers from the vents. God. That's what came out of the vent tubes. A lot of dirt. Probably pull the emulsion tubes out too and just make sure everything's all right. Those are emulsion tubes. These are bad about cracking and causing problems. And it looks like you probably won't be able to see it, but there is a small crack forming on this emulsion tube here. So we'll see how it runs and just go from there. But that's what I'm trying to get cleaned up. See that? Full of dirt. Not what you want. There we go. Carp's done. Snugging the carb up. Sweet. Now I just gotta figure out how to get a line on that fuel pump. If I can find it buried under there. And then I'm gonna toss it in a external gas source and then see if we can get this thing to run and idle and put some water in it and just see what happens. This coil is probably supposed to get less than 12 volts. And I'm just feeding it the full 12. But I really want to hear it run a little bit longer. Alright, this wire is getting pretty hot. Let's try something else. So I don't have keys, but I've got a key set on the way. Alright guys, I pulled the lock cylinder out and ran across the street and I drilled it out and got the inside out that takes the key. I think I can stick a screwdriver down in there and twist it over and get it to crank. I don't know if I destroyed this in the process, but that's what we're trying next because I really don't want to cook that coil putting 12 volts straight to it if it's supposed to have a resistor on it. Quick snake check. I'm just going to plug this back in, stick my screwdriver in. We might be able to see if we have any life in here. Oh, I don't see any lights in here, but I can hit the starter with the screwdriver. Heck yeah. Put you guys on fire duty. Well, I think my battery died. Alright, I was able to crawl under there and get to the fuel pump. And I got the fuel line put down on this bigger jug of fuel. So now we're gonna go in there with my screwdriver again. I'll leave you all out here and see if we can get it to run for more than a couple of seconds at a time. Got a little something. This is the longest it's ran yet. See if I can keep it alive with the brake clean. God, it's running, guys. It's running. No way. It sounds great. I'm pretty sure our fuel pump is shot because she's only staying alive on the carb cleaner. But that thing is freaking running, dude. No way. Well, I don't know. We're getting some accelerator pumps working, so maybe we are getting fuel. My ducks are excited too. It's running on its own. Look at that. No way. Fuel pump is working. No way. 1968 Mustang that's been off the road for 30 years. She's still got some life left in her. I mean, we got it running. The carb definitely is still super wonky. It needs a lot of love. After failing on the Black Galaxy, this feels incredible. I really like this car. Now that I know that the motor's pretty good, I like it even more. I'm gonna wrap it up there for this video. I'm super excited to continue this project on the Mustang. I'm still trying to figure out what to do about the transmission in the Tan Galaxy. I'm trying to find somebody that'll rebuild it. I was gonna try to do it myself, but finding the parts, let alone finding the right parts for me, is kind of tough. I don't want to buy a bunch of parts and then have the variable of me not knowing what I'm doing on top of possibly having the wrong parts because I don't know what I'm ordering. I'm doing my best to just find somebody that can rebuild that transmission, but as far as the Mustang goes, we're going to keep rolling on it. We got to get this thing running good, go through the brakes, see if the transmission needs attention. Might have a little something, a little backup plan if the transmission's bad. Thank you guys for watching. I'm super excited on this car. I think it's going to make a super cool ride when I'm done with it. And I hope you guys stick around if you want to see some more videos on this old Mustang.